While this is not about these people not liking me because of the way I look, it is about being rendered invisible because of it. My experiences highlight the complex challenges that Asian Pacific Americans face every day, being lumped together simply because our heritage traces back to the same continent. But we can resist, or we could try to understand and embrace the fact that we are, for all intent and purposes to the outside world, we are all Asians. Again, I didn't say Asian Pacific Americans, I said Asian, the other, the invisible other, the perpetual foreigner, right? There is a certain poetry to the twin dilemma that Asian Pacific Americans must overcome. For those who are Chinese Americans in this room, you will appreciate that our dilemma is kind of like the transcontinental rails built by American and Asian Pacific pioneers. Our progress as a people is tied to the fact that we often are viewed as either the model minority with no problems or the perpetual foreigner who will eventually go back to where we came from. Neither of them is true, and neither of which captures the real picture of our community as one of the major engines of creativity and ingenuity responsible for propelling this country forward. Now, for us to be here today, to be in one room, is because we've agreed to embrace, right? We've agreed to embrace our political Asian identity. It is our unique burden, but it has also been our community's most unifying asset. Its creation, our creation of us as an Asian community, has allowed each of us to flourish in our unique ethnic identity with a shared common agenda. Like the days from my childhood, we are our best kept secrets. Only we know how very culturally diverse, linguistically unique, and religiously different we are from one another, despite how the outside world see us. So each of us, from our own ethnicity, we could resist, or we could insist, and we could do what we are doing today. We could choose to embrace our one Asian Pacific American history, one Asian Pacific American experience, one Asian Pacific American identity. We could, should, and have used that history to declare ownership of our identity and claim our stake as citizens in this country. And we can and we should draw upon our common experiences to empathize not only with the many diverse ethnicities within the Asian Pacific American communities, but to also draw upon that experience to embrace all others who are vulnerable and are perpetually subjected to scrutiny as undeserving perpetual foreigners. On the night that I was elected, I was so struck with emotion that I couldn't deliver my victory speech. Many, many people said to me, shake it off, don't go weak, you're a leader now, and don't be like a woman. And I said, but I'm a woman, right? But my grandmother came up to me and she said that I needed to gather myself and my thoughts. She said to me, when you are ready, you go up to that microphone and you speak. And today and every day from this day forward, when you speak loudly and clearly, especially when you feel that ball of tears gathering in your throat. For those tears represent the hundreds and thousands of souls who have never been heard. Today, I am so excited to be with you at this very, very critical moment in our country's history. The next 46 days are more than just about winning elections and counting votes. We should want so much more. We must use this occasion to build the movement where the Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander communities would make the marginal difference and be the margin of victory. Yeah. And when we do that, we will be visible. We will exert influence and we will wield power. As individuals and leaders in our AA and NHPI communities, the next 46 days are our community's conversation opportunities to engage our relatives, to engage our neighbors and our friends in our cities, in our states, and even among our relatives all across this country. Yes! And in those conversations, we must encourage each and every person we know that they have to assert their voices. Yes! That they have to exercise their right to vote. Yes! And that they have to help us reclaim the heart and the soul of our democracy. Yes! Yes! Our democracy. Our democracy. That's what's at stake. So today, let us commit to being the faces of the invisible people in this country and represent the history, the sacrifice and struggles that our people have endured, especially the vulnerable, disempowered, disenfranchised, discounted and dismissed, our people. Let us assert ourselves at the political table and ask candidates and party leaders to consider how their work, their priorities, and their political decisions can and should give a voice to the struggles of our peoples across our communities. Ask the questions. Ask the questions. And finally, let's each of us, personally commit to giving our voice to those who cannot speak for themselves. For us to be able to achieve a better world for us today and for your children and your grandchildren, for our children, for their future. Those of us who can, who are here today, we must and we should exercise our vote. Because, as my grandmother said, those of us who have a voice, we don't have a choice. I don't have a choice, you don't have a choice. We all, with our vote and with our citizenship, we each have a microphone. Do not let that go to waste. So let's exercise our voice. Let's reclaim our democracy. Let's vote today and on November 6th. Let's make our community visible. Let's assert ourselves and will the power that we deserve. Thank you all so much for being here today.
Can you stay right there, me? Let's do a little rally here.